Hi everyone, Neve here. We're going to do the next part of my deep dive of the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, and I also got another version of it. So we're going to kind of use both of them together and see what happens. And I also want to do a little bit of card pairing, pairing up the cards together and seeing what kind of messages we can get from that. All right, so let's get started. So this is part 2 of my kind of deep dive into this Secret Pocket Oracle, the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. And as you can see, I recently acquired another version of this deck. I absolutely love this tiny version, and it's my go-to. It's my favorite Oracle deck. I really love going to this one. But I really wanted to use a house system, and I thought it would be best if and they come in a larger sizes and different colorways. I thought it would be best if I just got a different version. These aren't terribly expensive. I think I paid it was under $40 for this one, and then this one was just a few dollars more. It was not that much not that much more expensive. So I went ahead and got the Seance edition, which I really love. So this video is a little bit of a new deck walkthrough sort of thing, but I'm not actually walking through it. Here is the deck here. Yeah, I'm not walking through this because we already know what this looks like. Yeah, it's just a kind of a what do we call it? Almost blacklight looking, or what is the term I'm looking for? I don't know, like a reverse color, but it's got kind of like this blue tone to it, and I think this is really pretty, and it goes with a lot of decks that my normal Mildred Payne didn't really go with, because this has a very specific sort of colorway, and so there were a lot of decks that I have that just didn't really pair well with this aesthetically, but the solution there is this one, which tends to go with a lot of other decks that the original doesn't. So that's really cool. Bee and spider. I'll cover up the spider for people who don't like that. But yeah, anyway, so I did want to do a full little walkthrough of this deck. I really just want to start using this, and yes. Now, I didn't have a full-on plan for what I wanted to do for this next episode of the Mildred Payne. The first video in this series, I went through each and every card and just gave my initial feeling for what each of the cards mean, because this deck does come with a little guidebook, but well, it's a folded up piece of paper, and the meanings on those the meanings on that paper are really just suggestions, and it's really encouraged to just sort of come up with your own meanings for each of the cards, which is what my preference is. So that's what I did. So in that first video I did, as I mentioned, I went through and I did kind of my instinctive feelings on what each of the cards mean. Well, I went ahead and I wrote, I typed them all up and I printed them all out. So I do have this here as a bit of a quick guide or cheat sheet or whatever, as we go through this, if I kind of want to, ooh, what did I say that this one meant? Of course, I'm mostly going to go by my instinct. So even if it's not what's on my piece of paper, I think instinct trumps all when it comes to card reading. So now for this video, I didn't have a clear-cut plan, but I figured what we could do is I could think of a few different questions and laying down a couple cards, like how we might read two cards together. I don't know, let's see, we have feather and we have ribbon. So feather and ribbon, let's see. I'm sort of thinking about a small item, because we have something that's light like a feather and something decorative like a ribbon. So, I mean, it could literally be a ribbon, but I'm thinking this could indicate something that's like a little trinket, or something that's not very useful, but it's very pretty, and it's a small, like a bead or something like that. That's sort of how I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about here. Or we can think about it like something that's white and and red, so pink. You know, they could be a color thing like that. You know, things that when it comes to just using 2 cards for something, it's very, very limited, or in fact, very, very open, because it could be so many different things. And that is why I almost never do like a 2 card, just because it could be like almost anything, you know. But yeah, so I'm thinking things that are small or very light and decorative. So yeah, let's see what else. Let me pull out 2 more. Let's see. We have stump, and we have, let's pull out a different one. Stump and maybe candle? I don't know. Stump and candle. Let's see. What could this describe? Now, I could think of it as being more aware of a situation, like being more aware of, I think in fact, I have the thing right here, but I was thinking, obviously stump would represent being stuck in a place, or like, you know, because it was a tree that was cut short, so potential cut short, something like that. And so this is card number 60. Let's see what I had said for this. Now I said stuck, potential cut short, and Arrested Development, which is actually kind of funny. My daughter and I are watching Arrested Development. Yeah, anyway, so like, and a candle has to do with like being aware of something. So maybe there's a light being shown on this lack of progression, perhaps something like that. Now you saw that with this one, I was really focused on an object, like, you know, what this is actually like physically describing, whereas this one is more of a reading there, like, you know, the becoming aware of your lack of progression, you know, and that's one way I could read that. Another way, like if I'm using something to indicate descriptions of things, I could say short and skinny, like it's a small but like skinny thing, or you know, short and skinny person, you know? And you know, that may be something that it's describing, or you know, it's a redhead, you know, a short redhead, you know, something like that. You know, that's me having a little bit of fun, but you know, that is also kind of how it's done, you know. So maybe I can lay out like a little sample reading or something. So let's say we're having a question about the progression of a relationship. Maybe it's a romantic relationship. Maybe it's a business thing. Maybe it's some sort of relationship, and we want to understand where this is going. Or what do we need to know about this relationship right now? So like, let's. Do we want to come up with names? Daphne and Peter. I don't know. I just came up with those. All right. So Daphne wants to know about her relationship with Peter. Let's say it's a romantic thing. Sure. Maybe they've just started seeing each other. Yeah, maybe they've been seeing each other for about a month. So past the first few dates, wanting to understand where this is going. Yeah. So let's lay down a 9-card box. All right. We got hat. Ring. Oh, I'm not ring, but diamond. But I think I'm reading. I read the diamond kind of like the ring card in Lenormand. So that's pretty positive there. Heart. Okay. Oops. Got rope and comet. Oh, comet in the center. And see here, I'm already reading this like before everything's down. All right. So. And then we have the devil, wheel, and trumpet. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I hope I'm in frame here. What's nice about this deck is it's nice and small, so I don't need to like zoom out too much. But it looks like this is I'm at the limit here, at least height-wise here. So right off the bat, I'm seeing some pretty big signs here that maybe something's amiss. The center card here is Comet, and Comet is like, it's practically the Tower card. It's like there things crumbling down, things going up in flames, that sort of thing. Which, it being the center card, is a little bit telling on where this could lead to. But we do see there's a lot of like passionate sort of energies here. There's up here at the top, this is what's it's more thoughts, feelings, it's things kind of out of the control, and that's kind of pushing down on this is what's on Daphne's mind for the most part, and this down here is what she can control. So we see like she does have the diamond on her mind, it's on her heart, and it's in her head. Here we have the hat. Now I'm also sort of thinking the hat here is perhaps a disguise, and this is something that's this is almost like it's an illusion, like this is a hat that's being put on, and there's not a lot of substance underneath it, because we have this desire up here, this very much a desire right here, but as we can see with the hidden influences, we have the heart, comet, and devil. I mean, this is right here in the hidden influences spot here, so I would say that perhaps there's something that could be revealed, and we do see that it is being revealed in time. This is the reveal here. Like it's kind of trumpeting at you, and like we have these two cards here. This is like flaming up that hat. It's coming out, and boom, here it is. Like this is what you're not seeing here. There's another side to Peter. There's another side to this guy. But I do also find it very interesting that Rope and Octopus are here, and they're kind of flanking that middle card here, and this is kind of the this is more past, present, future, but or beginning, middle, and end. But here is the reality of the situation, and the reality is you're starting to already feel entangled with this person. And I say you as if I'm talking to Daphne, right? That was the name I picked. So Daphne is already in this area here where she's starting to feel very entangled with Peter. Yeah, there's definitely something that's going to be revealed, that we still have this desire here going on, and there's a lot of entanglement, but whatever it is that Peter's hiding or whatever, it will come out, and it's going to be pretty devastating. I mean, we have this devastating sort of energy here. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the end of the relationship, but it does mean that this could disrupt this desire up here. So yeah, I mean that's there we go. There's a sample little reading of where's this relationship going with Daphne and Peter. So yeah, I mean, and I think that works pretty well with this deck. And one of the other spreads I like to do, let me do a little shuffle here. One of the other spreads I like to do, I don't have a question for this, so I'll just lay out some cards. It's a 5x3 plus 3 at the bottom, and that's it's kind of a mini tableau. So let me just lay that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I am a little bit out of the frame here. Okay, hopefully that's better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. I know this is super exciting, this part. 13, 14, 15, and then the 3 at the bottom. I'm still not quite in frame. So, and obviously this looks very much like a, these are the same cards from the last reading. So let me grab a few new ones down here. Let's see. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There we go. And so here's a 5x3 plus 3 at the bottom, and it's just kind of a little mini version of a grand tableau. Of course, grand tableau has the 8x4 plus 4 at the bottom. So it's the same sort of setup here. We have down here is the fate line. It's the answer to the question. We have poppet, pitchfork, and foot. Interesting. So I would, because I think so. The puppet is like control, and manipulation, etc. And the pitchfork is definitely a sort of almost activist or taking action sort of card. Almost like a rebellion, and then we have the foot, which is the action, and I also like that the foot is facing that way, so it's very much taking action to take control of something. So that's kind of how I would read that. And then I noticed the center card here, because this is what I would call the center card. It is poison, so there's something rotten going on. We see that with the rat and the devil here too. But we have the antidote here. We have the star. That's pretty positive. Things are bubbling up, being cooked, and we have a rope tying things up. And tying up loose ends. Yeah, and we can see what the antidote is. We can orbiculum. I don't know how to say orbiculum. The crystal ball. I'll just call it the crystal ball. So we see the crystal. We have this ability to see what's going on. We see what the problem is and how to take action. And this is, and this perhaps is in a sort of work in like a business type environment. I'm thinking of the factory. I'm thinking of something like a workplace. Okay. Interesting. So, I didn't quite have a question for this, but, you can see, like, there's different ways to work out what's going on, and we have a wall here, so and that's right in the center line. The center line, we have the wall, and poison, it's ringing a bell and taking action. So that's what's going on here. But I feel like some of this might be stopped a little bit. Things are kind of tied up. Yep. And I'm doing some of the knighting, etc. So anyway, this is kind of how I've been using this deck, and connecting the cards together and coming up with a meaning. And one of the things now that I have another deck is the houses. So I could pull out all 88 cards, doing an 88 card spread, but I really don't want to do that. And by the way, this new deck, it did also come with a blue bag, which I really like. Now, my Mildred Payne's, I keep it in the box, and then I keep it in just a little mesh bag. I didn't see the need to make a bag for this. It fits just fine in the little mesh bag. And I am very happy that this one came with its own bag, because this is just fine for this. I don't think I need to add anything to it. No bells and whistles, no frills. This is just lovely. Now, as I said, with the the house situation here, like I can lay down, like, let's do a 6-card reading here. I'm going to split, and I'm not reading the cards that I put down for the houses. They are just representations of the reading that will be on top. It's almost like spread positions. And that's how houses are done in, say, Lenormand. It's almost like spread positions. It's kind of a bit different, though. Because these cards still do kind of connect. It's just the main part of the reading is what's on top, and the cards below, the houses, are what's flavoring that. So hopefully this is shuffled. I just did a quick little shuffle. So then I can lay this on top and do a reading like this. So here is the whatever this one is. The wheel with the hat again. I'm going to switch that out. All right, we'll go there. House. Okay. All right. So, like, how would I do this? So, I'm thinking of, I should have come up with a question before I lay down cards, but, I could come up with something that has to do with, like, let's say you have some issues going on with your house or something, and you want to figure out what those issues are. And perhaps the cards that I've laid down are already, already flavoring my question here. I'm kind of going backward, because I did pull house, and we've got ladder, we've got factory, we've got pipe.
Snake, that's kind of like a pipe as well, or, you know, something to clean out. We've got storm, you know, there's lots of things here that probably flavored my question. You know, so I'm reading opposite here. But let's say that there's something wrong with the house. What's going on? So I'm going to read the cards on top first, so not paying attention to what's underneath. So let's do that. Let's hide the cards underneath and pay attention to this. So what's going on with the house? Well, I would say that perhaps something catastrophic happened. And I mean, we have the volcano right here, we have storm right here. It could have been a literal storm, a very nasty storm or something like that, weather situation that caused it. But some sort of catastrophic event sort of opened the book, revealed what was going on, and now, you know, all this crap has come out. You know? Down below here we have the scarab, so maybe there's we've had a pest situation going on. Let's see, hat in this situation. I'm perhaps thinking of like a uniform. Yeah, there you go. So like we have a uniform that someone that needs a pest control that needs to come to the house. There you go. And you know, so there's the answer. You know, there was some sort of big event that that sort of you know, caused what's going on down here, which and this is almost the solution here. We need pest control to come to the house. So now we can kind of combine it with the houses underneath it. You know, we have snake and cat. I mean, this could indicate that perhaps there was something that perhaps there were pests that ate away at something, and that's what happened here. Snake and cat. We have these pests going on. Yeah. And then we have the shovel. It's also uncovering things. So there we go. The book opened it up, and the shovel uncovered it. You know. So there we go. And then down here, the scarab on top of pipe. I mean, I was saying that this could be just literally pests. And so pests have gotten into the pipes or something. And a hat with factory. You know, like I said, it could be a uniform. There we go. And maybe we've got to get up into the attic of the house, or we've got to, you know, maybe it's a figure. It could be a literal ladder, or it could be a figurative ladder of, you know, things are going on the up and up here. Like that is a pretty good positive end to this. Like the house is still standing. It's, and they're sitting still together here. So, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's one practical way we can look at the cards here and read these. Of course, I kind of cheated there a little bit because I laid out the cards and then came up with the questions. So that's not exactly the most conducive way to do that, but I didn't think of a question before I laid out the cards. Yeah, so that I'm not sure what else I want to do this video. Is there I would love to hear from you guys if there's anything you would want to see further done with this deck, and I could start combining it with some other decks too, because right next to me I actually have the unhistorical playing cards here, you know, so I could do like a combination with other decks, and how I might read the Mildred Payne in conjunction with a tarot reading or something like that. So that's I guess what I might focus on for the next one. I'm coming up with these like as I do them, you know, so I hope you don't mind. But that was fun to just kind of go through and see some of the card combinations and how we might read some of these cards. And I could also do some videos on finding lost objects with this deck. Yeah, and how and maybe doing a more comprehensive actual full layout of a house situation, and then the cards on top. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. I'm coming up with this as I come up with it. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.